Reelz and enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is my segment I like to call What's on Netflix, where I tell you what is on Netflix that maybe you've never heard of or maybe has a low rating. Today's movie I am going to be reviewing for you on Netflix is called Internet Famous. And if you're really into YouTube like me, you should really enjoy this movie, and even if you're not, it's a really hysterical movie. So let me tell you a little bit of what Internet Famous is about. It starts off with this competition that this TV show, like morning talk show called Chris, hosted by a guy named, Chris. He wants to give somebody on the internet their own show. So they pick out a couple of people. They pick out this guy, Tomas Butterman, played by Shane Dawson, who himself is very internet famous. And he has 2 channels. He's a really, really funny guy. Tomas is known for making like parody videos of music videos, and he's kind of like, I shouldn't even say kind of, he's very stuck up and he's like really annoying. He's a douche. He's pretty much a douche. And then he's got his friend Hank that he does a lot of his videos with, but Hank is kind of like a coattails kind of person, or like Tomas kind of just like lets him hang around, even though like Hank kind of has his own following and things like that, and people ship them together. And then you have a guy named Dale Hand, played by Steve Green, who is also one of the writers of the movie, and he has his own YouTube channel as well, and he's really, really funny guy. Especially in this movie, he plays this dad who has a channel called That's One Scared Baby, where he literally scares the shit out of his poor baby. You know, like he says something about like how on YouTube there's like videos where babies are happy, they're giggling. He's like, well, nobody's ever done the emotion of fear. So he does like the craziest shit to get his baby to like just bawl crying, and like, oh my god, it's like so cruel, but it's like kind of funny. And they've become like really popular through those videos. There's this girl named Amber Day. She wants to be known for her comedy, but people really tune in because she wears like really skimpy outfits, has her tits hanging out all over the place, and she doesn't even realize that she's being sexual. Like, she's really, really stupid. And she just like, she had these skits and she goes, I like Saturday Night Live, I love that comedy, I think that's what my comedy is like. She's like comparing herself to like all these famous comedians, and she's really not that good. It's just, you know, like I said, people are tuning in, men mostly, because she's really hot. And she has these 3 like interns, assistants that she has, and they're all really just working for her because they like want to see her naked sometime. And there's Veronica Decker, who became famous for this video that she had done. It was like a silly video her friend just made of her like doing this silly walk and like wobbling around all over the place, but then somebody got a hold of that video and like remixed it and put a song to it, so it became known as the wobbly walk. And then she became like a viral success, and that's like all she's known for. She can't get a job anywhere acting whatsoever, and she's like literally living out of her car. And the last guy is Dennis Wasserman. He takes videos of his cats and then puts like music, like rock music to it, and he kind of makes like the videos of the cat like artistic. Mr. Blankets is his cat, and like he became huge from that. And the guy's like really weird, and he really just wants to be taken seriously. Like later on in the movie, he compares himself to like Fellini and Rossellini and like all these great directors, and he just wants to be taken seriously, but like he doesn't realize that he's famous for making videos of his cats on the internet. Like, that's it, dude. Nobody's gonna take you seriously. So like, they all have to kind of compete for the show, for a spot in the show. They're all like really psyched for it, but like Veronica is just like, I don't want to be known for this wobbly walk, I want to be taken seriously. But like during the show, she sees how like her video has just inspired other people to embrace their silly or to be who they are or whatever. And then Dale actually realized like, oh my god, I'm doing this to my poor kid, like this is awful. And they all come to like little realizations, and this whole movie is just really, really funny. I enjoyed Internet Famous. Like, I understand most of it because I love YouTube. Like, I know who Shane Dawson is. I know who, like, most of these people are. And in this movie, Steve Green, as I said, I really like him. I think he's funny. So I just think, I thought this was, like, such a good parody of, like, being on the internet and having these internet people come into, like, the mainstream. So many YouTubers are trying to come into the mainstream, and, you know, they have a following, but, you know, I think somebody put it best, I'm paraphrasing, but they said that, like, the internet people are the most famous people that no one's ever heard of. So, like, you can go up to somebody and ask, like, oh, do you know who Shane Dawson is? So, like, who the hell is that? But he's got, like, 5, 6, 7 million subscribers on his channel. So, like, that's just very interesting. And I think that this was, like, a great parody of, you know, the YouTubers and online celebrities trying to get into the mainstream and, you know, become more popular and, you know, have more exposure. As I said, Steve Green wrote this movie. I think he's great. I love Steve Green. As soon as I saw him in this movie, I got so excited. I realized that he was in Internet Famous when I watched his girlfriend, Nikki Limo, who is also a YouTuber and someone that I absolutely adore, and I love her content. Definitely go check her out. She was Snapchatting the premiere of the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even realize Steve Green was in this. Like, I knew Shane Dawson, and then it just, like, made me 10 times more excited to see it, because, you know, I watch Nikki Snapchat, and he's always in it, or, like, in her videos, and I just recently started watching Steve's videos, and he's really good. So, like, his humor is just crazy, and he wrote it with somebody else, but, like, I loved watching him play Dale and just be, like, totally crazy and really silly, and he did a great job. So Steve Green, if you happen to watch this, excellent job. Tell Nikki thank you very much for Snapchatting the movie premiere. I'm very, very grateful that she did, because it put fire under my butt to watch it, seeing that you were in it. So that is my review of Internet Famous. I didn't give you a lot of the story because I just want you to go see it. It's so nuts. It's just nuts. There's so many things that go on in it, and so many stories to really, like, get it together. But if you did like this review of Internet Famous in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If you have seen Internet Famous, leave your comments down below so we can further discuss the movie, Steve Green. If there's any YouTubers you like, let me know, we'll discuss. I could go on and talk about my favorite YouTubers all day long, and this movie probably all day long as well. Also, in the comments, if you have any suggestions of what I should watch next, be them on Netflix or not, leave them there so that if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews and other What's on Netflix, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.